Oh yeah, that's a sound I can get used to. So here's our stock SXR 1500, and it still has the original water box in there. And here is a look at the new water box we're going to teach you how to put into place. Here it is. Here's a couple angles of our water box, and here's a look at the OEM water box in comparison. That thing is huge. All right, first step is to turn off the power, which the orange switch is one way of doing it, but we also suggest going down to the negative on your battery and disconnecting that as well. So looking at all the components around this, it's a little overwhelming, but you just want to try to get the easiest stuff out of the way. The air intake, exhaust, the oil catch can. You're going to be removing this foam here. You're also going to be removing some of the ledge components like the coils, and we also suggest dropping down the bracket holding the ECU, as you can just push it forward. The idea here is to take out all the motor mount bolts, the large ones that are the 14 millimeter hex heads, and you're going to need to shift this motor forward and over to the front right hand side. When you're able to do that, you'll be able to slide out the water box and get it out of the back side of the ski. So we're just going to start whipping through this and disconnecting things. You can see now that we've got a few things out of the way. And we got our exhaust loose. It's a little tight with the exhaust in there, so we definitely suggest removing the exhaust all the way. And you can see here that we have shifted the motor forward and slid it as far as we possibly can. Now you're really going to have to maximize getting that out of there. And this piece of foam, we took a little hacksaw blade and we're sawing the foam. It's a little tough, so be patient and do your best to cut it as clean as possible. We've already done it, but for video purposes, we just kind of put it in there, and it doesn't come out this easy, but that's basically the size of foam that you're gonna remove. And there's that water box. The thing is huge. It goes way underneath the tray. So you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna do everything possible to push that motor forward and over to the side. But once you do, here's a look at where we're at and how far the motor had to go. And you can see the pump is still in and the couplers are out of place. So, and now that water box will come up and out. It's tight. There's no doubt about it. In this video, we just wanted to kind of show you without the cherry picker engine lift, something that most people don't have. Well, here you go. Here's a look at all the hardware that we removed. It's good to kind of label it so you can put it right back. And that's what we did. We put everything back in. We haven't put in the new water box yet because it does slip into place quite easy. Now we're going to be talking about our water line scenario, because you had a lot of water lines going to the original water box, and we're going to change some routing around to be able to give you a little bit better water flow. That means we're also going to be swapping some water lines. So that one there that I was just holding was the one that connects to the cylinder block underneath the exhaust. You'll need to remove it, and you're going to replace it with the longer hose. You need a little bit more length because you're going to run that line that's connected underneath the exhaust on the cylinder block down and out the back of the ski, because that is the hottest water that comes out of the engine. So that is the one that you want to send out towards the pump box. So this hose here that I'm showing you is the one that came from the water box. It kind of loops up and then it goes out the back of the ski. So you're going to remove this one and you're going to connect it to the intake exit, which is going to be a water line that's coming out from underneath the intake manifold. You're going to remove the original water line. You're going to connect this long water line here, and it's almost exact length to go up to the original water pisser. Okay, so this was the water line that was on the intake side, and we're going to install it on the exhaust side because the exhaust side water line is not long enough, and it's going to run down and out the back of the ski. So once you swap around those water lines, now you can put in the new little water box, or it's kind of like a resonator kind of thing, but it acts like a water box because we induce it with water, and it definitely does dampen the sound. So it should connect right up to your original hose. Sometimes you might have to adjust the hose on the other end to make it properly fit. You're going to use all your original clamps and hoses that was originally put on there to adapt to the stock water box. So, and then we have one little 1/4-inch line here, and the 1/4-inch line is going to go to the 1/4-inch line on the exhaust. And this was the original line that went to your original water bypass, water pisser. So you're going to take that line out of the original bypass, and then you're going to plug it right into. So this is the water going to feed the little water resonator. And that's pretty much it. There's a look at everything back together. And let's take this thing to the water and see what it sounds like there.
Dude, this thing sounds so freaking good. I can't believe it.
Yeah?
I was worried it's going to be too loud. It's just throaty. I like it.
Let's hear it.